Yes, it is. This is the Mexican Army.
Shaman March. Can you understand what they're saying? Just some of it?
Somebody needs to brush up on their Spanish.
Hard.
Media vuelta a la derecha. Presenten las armas. Al hombro las armas. Al hombro las armas. Al hombro las armas.
No wonder they lost.
Al orden las armas.
Like that's the Mexican Army?
Yeah.
I thought that was.
This is the Mexican Army. They wouldn't be able to put our army with their army and have them not start fighting on the freaking preparation.
No, but like, so everyone here's the Mexican Army?
I'm pretty sure Santa Anna's up there.
This isn't the real battle, Mom.
I know that, but it's supposed to be like it's real. Delete the first two.
They're practicing. Seem kind of slow.
This one's real.
Post. Run up to 5 round. Fire. Go.
What are you doing? She's like putting her hand in my pocket.
Why are they gonna do that? You have a pocket.
said that 5 minutes ago.
I guess kids are the
That was a
same all the
boy.
time.
Same thing.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Hurry. Step it up. Give it time. We'll keep it right. Let's go. We don't have time. Unless you want to be butchered. Let's go. Next one. Get a gunfire a while ago. Let's go.
The family's leaving because Santa Ana is coming.
Put some pep in your step.
At Washington on the Brazos near present-day Navajo. They declared independence on March 2nd, wrote a constitution, and organized an interim government in defiance of the Mexican dictator. It was an insurgent government officials that Santa Anna most wanted to capture. So Santa Anna, anxious to win the war and return to Mexico City, left his army behind and raced east with an detachment in a bid to capture the rebel leaders. Sam Houston, elected as Commander-in-Chief of the rebel Texas Army by the delegates at the convention in Washington on the Brazos, is under enormous pressure from the revolutionary government as well as his own men. After taking command in Gonzales, Houston has continually retreated eastward, pausing only at Gross's plantation on the Brazos River to train for the inevitable meeting of the Mexican Army. The antagonism of the men toward Houston is almost uncontrollable. In their eyes, Houston does not want to take a turn and make a stand to avenge the men slain at the Alamo and at Goliad. On a road east of the Brazos, the Army arrives at a fork in the road. One road leads to San Jacinto, the other leads to safety. Houston chooses the road to San Jacinto and leads his ragtag army towards its date with destiny. On the morning of April 20th, 1836, Houston's army arrives here on the plains of San Jacinto and encamps under the moss-hung trees along the banks of Buffalo Bayou.
What's up with the guy's talking? He keeps pausing every time he says.
Marching past you now is Sam Houston, leading his troops to their new camp. They have been marching all day and are tired, but their fighting spirits are high. Houston's men hardly resemble the Napoleonic-style armies that are typical of the time. Instead, this is a collection of about 800 individualistic frontiermen, farmers, merchants, tradesmen, lawyers, and doctors, and some Army regulars from the U.S. and Louisiana, which have unofficially joined the ranks. They've come to Texas from all over the United States, and a few are from Europe. Among them are native Mexicans like Juan Seguin and his Hispanic militia called Tejanos, citizens of Mexico for more than a decade. Others have been in Texas only a short time, but now their property and liberty have been placed in jeopardy by a ruthless dictator. These men have joined the fight for various reasons, some to defend their land and their liberty, others to seek new opportunities for the spoils of war. Whatever their motivations, here at last, they'll stand their ground. Sam Houston is leading this army because on the 18th, near Harrisburg, or present-day Houston, his men captured a Mexican courier carrying a dispatch that says Santa Anna was hurrying ahead of his army to capture the insurgent government. Santa Anna is planning to cross the San Jacinto River here at Lynch's Ferry, established by Nathaniel Lynch in 1828. Houston has come to intercept Santa Anna and his detachment. The information captured near Harrisburg proves correct. Barges loaded with Mexican supplies sent ahead by Santa Anna were captured at the ferry.
They keep saying Santa Ana.
Now, Houston camps here under the trees along the road to Lynch's Ferry, blocking Santa Anna's route north. On April 19th, Colonel Juan Almonte, Santa Anna's aide-de-camp, catches up with President Bart and his cabinet south of here at Morgan's Point, and could have killed them as they rode away in a boat. But the chivalrous Almonte ordered his men not to fire because Mrs. Burnett was on the boat. After burning New Washington, Santa Anna turns his force northward to cross the river at Lynch's Ferry. He arrives here with his column of about 750 soldados and one cannon on the afternoon of the 20th of April, while Houston and his men watch, hidden among the shadows of the huge trees along Buffalo Bayou. Skirmish on the road from New Washington, the Texians under Colonel Sidney Sherman temporarily delay the Mexican advance and then ride to the Texian camps to warn Houston of Santa Anna's coming. When Santa Anna surveys the situation, all he can see are two cannons at the edge of the forest because Houston keeps most of his army hidden. These cannons are the famous Two Sisters, two 6-pounders that are the gift from the city of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Twin sisters.
Santa Anna orders Colonel Delgado to advance the only cannon Santa Anna has with him, a 9-pounder called the Gold Standard.
If that's the Mexican
Looks like you're not the only one that sells spiders.
I have no idea.
They made a camp over here, but everyone comes. Yeah.
Santa Anna wants to draw the land thieves, as the Texians were called, into the open so we can find out how many men are against him. But Houston wisely keeps most of his army hidden from view.
There's 1.5 guys. That bird, poor bird.
Who killed the bird?
This is an all-good.
There's a bird over there. Boom! Oh, someone's having a bad day.
There it goes. They see the thing.
The battle has begun.
No.
That's what I say all the time. Mom, look. There's what chair.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
That's so big. I can see. Your feet super warm. Daddy, you can say somebody's. What?
Shot his gun at me.
Do you want to go in the front?
Realizing that he cannot draw the Texans into a general engagement with his artillery, San Jacinto orders skirmishers from the Duluth Battalion to advance within musket range of the left wing of the Texian camp.
They're fake, Mia.
All afternoon, the two sides exchanged musket fire. Solid shot from the gold standard and showers of broken horseshoes. The twin sisters fly back and forth across the open plain. But since the firing was at long range, only Colonel James Neal, commander of the Texan artillery, was wounded on the Texan side, and a soldado was wounded on the Mexican side. But they were only the first of many to come. During the exchange of rifle and artillery fire, a Mexican musket ball tips one of the bridle reins of Houston's horse, but he is unharmed. When Colonel Sherman sees the Mexican infantry retire, he petitions Houston to let him capture the gold standard. Houston refuses, as he does not want to provoke the battle of the day, but he tells Sherman that he can reconnoiter the Mexican camp. Delgado's fears are realized that Sherman's men ride forward, hoping to capture the worried Delgado and his cannon. But the Mexican cavalry under Captain Miguel Aguirre gallantly rides to the protection and slowly withdrawing cannon. And a heated skirmishes ensues. The riders swirl around each other as each man tries to gain the advantage over his opponent. Riders swirl around each other as each man tries to gain the advantage over his opponent. At first, the caballeros are driven back. Then the Texians must halt to reload their muskets, and the fight renews as the Mexican cavalry counterattacks. During the fray, Private Mirbeau Lamar, in an act of heroism, saves the life of Walter Lane, who was dismounted in the fight. The rebels fall back in confusion, narrowly escaping disaster. One Mexican and 2 Texians are wounded, but one of the Texians, Olwyn Trask, dies later of his wounds. The Mexican cavalry does not pursue the retreating Mexicans, but halts and salutes the bravery of Lamar.
Became a state of their own. Texians, right? Mexicans and Texicans, or something like that.
As the Texians withdraw, Houston sends infantry to cover the cavalry's retreat, and Santa Anna sends infantry to help drive the Texians away. A small infantry battle ensues as the Texians and Fusileros fire at each other at long range. Once again, no one is hit, and as the day draws to a close, both sides retire to their respective camps.